how to fix your screen addiction. So this includes nofap, this includes your scrolling addiction, this includes you checking the notifications 24/7, this includes you watching things you really shouldn't be watching, if you know what I mean. By fixing this one addiction, screen addiction, you're going to fix all these problems downstream. You're going to have a better mental health, you're going to have a better physical health, you're going to have more focus, more concentration, you're going to have more resilience. So many downstream benefits that you get from just fixing your screen time, just fixing your screen addiction. And this is the one video that you need to watch in order to get these benefits. I will describe the full step-by-step framework, and you know I'm about this life when I show you this. I have been using this dumb phone as my daily driver. 17 minutes of daily. There's the music playing over here, okay? I've been using this dumb phone as a daily driver for like the past 3 or 4 months. I have blocked everything on my smartphone. I don't have Play Store even on my smartphone. There's ways to remove Play Store from your smartphone. I'm gonna teach you that in this framework. It's part of that as well. So without further ado, let's just get on with this guide. The first step, the first chapter would be habits and cues. Is this even visible? Yes, it is. Habits and cues. This is very important to understand. So for this section, I will actually suggest that you just simply read Atomic Habits by James Clear. Just if you ever get the time, just go and read this book, because then you will get a deep understanding about habits and cues. This book is not life-changing, but I still read it like 3 or 4 times, just because habits and cues are so important in order to fix your life and take it to a better direction. But the key takeaway here is cues lead to habits. Now, the habits could be good or they could be bad. We don't know. But what we do know is cues. So, I'm going to give you an example here. You're feeling bored. Okay, you've got nothing else to do. You're just sitting there. Maybe it's a vacation, whatever. This boredom or maybe loneliness, these things could act as cues. And then once you are bored or once you're lonely, your brain is going to be like, oh, we are bored, we are lonely. Let's go grab our phone and start scrolling to numb the pain, to numb the boredom. You see what your brain did, right? Your brain looked at the boredom, the loneliness as cues. And then that cue led to the bad habit of scrolling on your phone. So this also means that instead of attacking the habits, we should attack the cues, because once we attack and remove the cues, we eliminate the habits. This is stupid. We're going to attack both because we are like crackheads. And so app blockers won't work for us. Like, tell me, how many times before have you added an app blocker to your phone or your laptop and then you have just ended up undoing it? You just deleted the app blockers and then you got back into the addiction. So app blockers don't work for people like us. We have to take things to an extreme. We have to take extreme, drastic steps in order to fix our screen time. We're going to go to the second step. I hope you can read my handwriting though. Smartphone dummification. Now what does this step? This mosquito is biting my feet. This step basically requires you to dummify your smartphone, and so you're going to delete a bunch of apps which are system apps. So you're going to delete YouTube, you're going to delete all social media apps, which is easy to do. But what about YouTube? It's a system app. You have to delete Google Chrome. It's a system app. You can't delete it. You have to delete Google itself. Again, system app. You can't delete these things. Maybe on iOS you can delete those things, but you got App Store. You can just download those things back. Even on Androids, you got Play Store. You can download the social media apps 2 minutes after deleting them. And so it does not fix your addiction. It just delays it. Doesn't really matter. We're going to delete Play Store as well. One short note over here, like if you're using iOS, I don't know if this is going to work for you. So you have to go and check out YouTube tutorials. But on my Android phone, I've done this. I'm using my Android phone right now to record this. And my Android phone does not have Play Store. It does not have Google or Google Chrome. Does not have YouTube. Does not have any social media apps. It's a completely locked down device. I can't install anything on it because no Play Store. So we're going to use a technique called USB debugging. And it's not really an old or a very niche technique. It's a very like it's quite a famous mainstream technique. Okay, you turn on developer settings on your smartphone. So you go to settings, and different phones have different techniques of turning this on. Search on YouTube specific to your phone model, and you have to turn on developer mode or developer options or developer settings, whatever it's called in your phone. And after that, you are going to get new options in your settings. Search USB debugging and turn that on. This option, this mode allows your laptop to be connected to your phone, and then you can interact with the phone's software, the phone's codes, by sending commands through your laptop. You can edit the phone's codes using your laptop basically. Okay, so you are going to be able to delete system apps. The apps which you can't delete from your phone, you can send commands through your laptop. This is what I did, and then you can just remove them. To get back those apps, you are still going to need the same, like similar kind of commands, the same exact technique. But this just adds a lot more steps, a lot more difficult and technical steps for you to even access the codes which will get those apps back. Now, what are the commands? How do you do this USB debugging thing? There's a lot of tutorials available on YouTube, but what I personally did, I just asked Gemini. So there's a prompt given in the description. You just go copy paste that into Gemini, and then it will just like probably guide you through. It did for me, at least. I used the exact same prompt. It's going to ask you to do a bunch of things and give you copy pastable commands which you can copy and paste into command prompt, and then the command does it all. Now, why do you need this step? I can't really tell that to you or explain that to you without talking about the third step. The third step is dumb phone. Now, the question could arise in your mind that Swapnil, you just said that I need to dumbify my smartphone. If my smartphone is already dumbified, then why do I need to buy another dumb phone? Fair point. Let me explain. So, imagine you have dumbified your smartphone and you are just sitting there with your smartphone, you're using Google Maps or calling people, you're not scrolling. This goes on for like a month or two, but after some time, you're going to fall into a rut, you're going to fall into a low period of your life, and then you're going to feel that, oh, I wanna get back to my old addictions. And then that version of you is going to sabotage you. What you want is a foolproof method of putting yourself in a digital jail cell. You don't want to be able to access anything even if you wanted to. That is why you need to get yourself a dumb phone. Because when you use a dumb phone as your daily driver, like me, you will not get the urges, you will not get the cues in your head that, oh, I need to download Instagram or I need to download Play Store back into my phone. You will never get those urges simply because your smartphone is dummified and it's stored away in a drawer. It's not there in your hands for you to feel the urges. So you're gonna dumbify your phone, put it in a drawer and forget about it. And then you're gonna use a dumb phone as your daily driver. This will make sure that even if you get the urges, again, you're going to be put in a digital jail cell. You will never be able to access the bad habits through your phone, even if you wanted to. For the past 3 months, I've been using this. And for the first 2 months of using this, I did not dumbify my smartphone. I just turned my smartphone off, put it in my mom's drawer, tried to forget about it. But every now and then I would need this smartphone. Like right now, I'm recording this video through my smartphone. I would require GPS, Google Maps. I would require some photos that are there on the smartphone. So I would have to pull the smartphone out of mom's drawer, and since there was YouTube on it, the ants keep biting me. Since there was already YouTube on it, since there was Play Store on it, I just ended up getting onto social media, started scrolling. Me getting myself a dumb phone and stowing away this smartphone in my mom's drawer did not fix my addiction. So people like me need extreme measures that even if I access my smartphone, I will not be able to scroll on it. And on my daily life, I will not have to face the urges because I'm not carrying my smartphone around. And you could argue that instead of dummification, I could just sell the smartphone. Don't, because you still need the smartphone for a lot of different reasons in this modern day and age. So now, if you have followed these steps, smartphone dumbification and dumb phone, you should be free. Okay, at this point you should be completely free from the smartphone based screen addictions. But what about your laptop though? Let's move on to the fourth one, laptop. And in this step, I will ask you to do two different things. And I'm going to be direct about it, no sugarcoating. First, you're going to download Cold Turkey. Print this app's name in your head because you're going to need this. You don't get this app for your smartphones, but you can get this app for your desktop. Now, why Cold Turkey? I just said app blockers and website blockers don't work for me. But Cold Turkey is so hardcore, you can't even delete Cold Turkey. Like seriously, once you set up the block and once you lock the block, you can't delete Cold Turkey. Once you lock the block for like 10 years, so on my laptop right now, Cold Turkey is installed and I have locked the block for 10 years. So for the next 10 years, Instagram is basically locked out for me. There are guides on YouTube. Again, I have to keep this guide short, so I'm not going to dive into depths. But there are guides on YouTube available that you can watch on how to set Cold Turkey up. Ask AI. AI is going to help you as well. I used AI. Now, don't put everything in Cold Turkey. Wait. Don't put YouTube and don't put X maybe if you have to post there on Cold Turkey. Specifically, you have to focus on putting meta apps in Cold Turkey. So apps like Instagram, apps like Facebook, all the apps which are run by Meta, you have to put under Cold Turkey. Non-negotiable. You will never be able to access those apps. Because first of all, those apps will not allow you to block distracting sections. So you might already know this. For YouTube, even for X, there are Chrome extensions that you can download. I'm going to talk about them later, which will block out all the distractions. This is classic self-improvement stuff. A lot of people have suggested this to you before. Good, it works. But I've tried searching things for meta apps like Instagram. Nothing exists. Nothing will actually allow you to block the distractions so that you can just go on the app, post your video, leave. No, you will always be shown ads targeted to you. You will always be shown outrageous posts from threads targeted at you, which will compel you to scroll. Just assume that you will have no willpower and you will start scrolling. Just assume this because this will help us addiction proof our devices. So you got to put all the meta apps here. But Swapnil, what if I need to post on Instagram? Well, if you have to post on Instagram or Facebook or threads, just give your ID and password to a trusted family member or a trusted friend or maybe your siblings and just upload from there. There's no business having Instagram on your laptop. First of all, the app, the Instagram UI on the laptop, it sucks. Okay, like if you try to scroll like more than 5 reels, it just gets lagged. Even on this gaming laptop, bro, like it just lags out, right? UI is trash. So you just use your sibling or your family members' phones to post the videos on Instagram. Your laptop should be a cathedral. Your laptop should be a center for focus, and so you block out all the meta apps. Also, corn blockers. Cold Turkey is great at that as well. What I personally did is there's a way to insert keywords. So you put stars around the keyword that you want to block out and just write the word corn. You know what I'm asking you to write. Don't literally write corn, okay? Just write it there. It's going to block out all the RSFW websites for you. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to put in like specific websites because for these corn websites, like they're everywhere. How many websites are you going to specifically block? And so you just need to put up a block for a specific word, and this will block out the entire web page once it detects that word being displayed. So maybe on YouTube, somebody has typed that word as a title. It will just block out that video for me. Good for me. I will never see that word on my Google. Once you have done Cold Turkey, what about YouTube and X? For that, again, you're going to do Chrome extensions. There's 2 specific ones which I will suggest you to do. One is going to be for YouTube and one is going to be for X, displayed on your screen right now. Just go on to the Chrome extension store, download them for free. They will allow you to block all the distractions. So for example, on YouTube, you will be able to block the homepage feed. You will be able to block all shorts. So even if you search for shorts, you will not be displayed shorts. You will not be shown shorts. So block out all the shorts. You can block out the homepage feed. You can block out thumbnails even. Like after searching, all the thumbnails will be gone. You can just do that if you want to go extreme. The search bar will be available. Just open YouTube, search what you need to search for, watch the videos, leave. Because every now and then you do need to blow off steam, right? You do need some form of entertainment. You can't be this monk. If you want to, then go ahead, put YouTube in Chrome extension, put YouTube in cold turkey. You don't need Chrome extensions, but I mean, come on, 99% of us are not. 99% people among us are not really monks. We are aspirational young people who want to build something in life and become something in life. And for that, we can just use Chrome extensions. That should be enough. On X as well, the Chrome extension blocks out the feed so that you can't scroll on X. You can just post whatever you need to post and leave. That was it. If you have an Android TV, there's so many things that you can do to it, but I'll suggest not, because it is usually like way harder to scroll on an Android TV than it is to scroll on a smartphone. Plus, turning on an Android TV is like a whole different process which requires you to show some intention. So if after giving all that effort and giving all that intention, you are just gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna scroll on TV, props, man. Go for it, I guess. So I will not suggest anything for your Android TV if you have one. If you want to, then let me know down in the comments. I'm going to investigate and I'm going to make a separate video on it. Maybe make an updated version of this framework. But for the past 3 or 4 months, this is the framework that has been working for me completely. Attacking the cues and attacking the habits through these 3 things. So what is going to be step 5? Practice. Perfect. Look, there are going to be times when you will relapse. There are going to be times when you will not actually live up to your expectations. And look, whatever framework that I've given you, it is extremely, extremely extreme. Simple as that. It is super extreme and you will fail. I want you to take this slowly. I want you to take this guide very slowly because look, people like us are crackheads. We are like crackheads, right? The app blockers, website blockers, these things don't work for us. These things have never worked for us. We are like crackheads. No matter what level of difficulty you put us on, we are going to go through the adventure, the effort, the trouble to go and access Instagram to scroll some reels. We are people like that. And so we need extreme measures. But if we put the extreme measure, the full framework into action in just one day, the next day we're going to have withdrawals. The next day we're going to have depression and anxiety. So we don't want that. We don't want to ruin our mental health to do this. You need to take it slow. Okay, so maybe first you read this book and understand deeply about habits and cues. Then move to step 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Okay, just take it slow over a period of 1 month or 2 months and then build this habit. And over the course of the 2 months in which you are trying to implement this framework, you are going to mess up. You are going to relapse. It's just a fact. You are. Don't be disheartened by each relapse because there is always a second chance in these things. You are trying to build a habit up. Look, you have been training this screen addiction for the past maybe 5, 10 years. These days, little kids, 2 to 3 years old, these children are given iPads. You have been conditioning yourself to be addicted to the screens since you were a child. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to actually get rid of this. A habit that has been trained for 10 years straight, I hate that noise. A habit that has been trained for 10 years straight can't be fixed in just a week or 2 weeks. It'll take months. Accept this, put this framework into practice step by step, bit by bit, and just, get rid of your screen addiction, I guess. Because this has worked for me greatly. This is purely built by my own past experiences, so there's no AI involved in this. The AI will not give you this framework. The AI will give you cute things, which the productivity YouTubers have already told you. App blockers and, just get a dumb phone which has YouTube on it. Dude, this gets me pissed off. It gets my cortisol like way higher. All these YouTubers, cute little YouTubers, they say, oh yeah, 7 days without a smartphone changed my life. I see that video. Okay, I saw that video. What they did was get themselves a dumb phone which supported YouTube. Tell me what's the utility in that? You can literally just scroll on the dumb phone. The dumb phone that Nokia flip like this. You can just cut the call if you just close the phone. Why? Like if you had to get a dumb phone with internet, just stick with the smartphone dumbification process. Just stick with that. Dude, we are like crackheads. If you give me a dumb phone with YouTube on it, I will start scrolling. 100%. It will be a little bit more complex than that. It will not just be a scroll, but it'll be just a button, a bunch of buttons. I'll just press those and I'll just scroll. So it's no use getting a dumb phone which is useless. A dumb phone which is not dumb, stupid. Get a dumb phone like this. This is the real deal. This thing doesn't even know what 3G means. Forget about 5G. This thing runs on 2G. You can make calls, you can receive calls. The most high-tech feature on this is Bluetooth. The most high-tech. You don't get internet on this. You can't even send messages. I mean, it's a hassle to send a message. You can receive messages. Only SMS, no WhatsApp. I know a lot of young kids are getting their cortisol like all hired up, and they're feeling this anxiety that, oh no, like what kind of a dumb phone is it? What kind of a phone is that without WhatsApp? This kind of phone, a true dumb phone, this is gonna save your life. This will save your life. Trust me on this one, because this has saved mine. This has cured my screen addiction. I used to be addicted to the screen. Wake up, scroll. Before sleeping, scroll. Okay, wait, don't even sleep. Go to the specific websites that you watch specific videos on and just watch those videos before you go to sleep. And in 2022, I remember I used to wake up late, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I would be watching anime. This is how addicted I was to the phone. And right now, I can't even show you my screen time here, because to show you that screen time, I had to open the screen. But if I can, I'll just put it up on the screen. If I couldn't put it up on the screen, you know why. This phone is probably about to turn off. Wait, is it even recording? Yeah, it's recording. So that was it for the guide, and also a bonus little rant at the end of it. But yeah, it is also true. Get yourself a true dumb phone, man. In fact, I like, you know what? I'll just write it over here, like no internet in rough. If you have not been taking notes, take a screenshot of whatever I've written on the table. There should be enough to remind you of everything. If you have been taking notes, props to you. Stop watching this video and implement something. Please, stop watching this video. Like right now, I'm serious. You don't need to subscribe. You don't need to like this video. No YouTuber will tell you this. Every YouTuber who has made those, one of those, 7 days without those. I have made one of those. 7 days without the smartphone. It feels stupid. While I was editing the video, I was like, why am I doing this? It feels stupid. All these people just want your likes. They don't want you to improve their lives. They don't want you to actually grow from taking some advice. I want you to not even like this video. Don't subscribe. Just click off this video right now. Stop watching this video. I don't need your likes, your comments. I just need you to improve your lives. That's it.